Hello and welcome to Weekly Weird News. I'm Ben, I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
And Claire.
Hey.
And Chester.
And Chester, who's decided to make himself known.
Just as we hit the record button.
Yeah.
So let's just scratch the fuck out of my chair. Thank you.
Well done, Chester. Well done. Hey, he lives here, he's got as much right to be in the podcast as we have. Alright, this is just some weird stuff we found on the internet this week. Where shall we start, Michael?
What madness do we have up first?
I love the irony of this.
Okay.
Visitors to the US Titanic Museum injured by replica iceberg.
What?
Yeah. Now, I don't know why there's it's weird that there's a Titanic museum in Tennessee. Is Tennessee like pretty much... I don't think Tennessee has a coastline, does it?
I don't think so. It's got the Mississippi though, hasn't it?
There is that, the big muddy.
It's very far away from where it was going to land, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the Titanic was going to dock in New York. Tennessee's like down in the south, isn't it?
Yeah, deep south, isn't it?
The curse of RMS Titanic has struck again. This time not in the middle of the North Atlantic, but at the Titanic Museum attraction in Tennessee. An ice wall representing the iceberg that caused the, quote, unsinkable ship to sink in 1912 collapsed on Monday at the museum in Pigeon Forge. What a name for a town. In a message posted on social media, the owners of the Titanic attraction said, "Our iceberg wall collapsed and injured 3 guests who were taken to the hospital. At this time, we do not know the extent of their injuries, and our thoughts and prayers continue to be with all those who are affected, including the first responders." Thoughts and prayers. Not fix your fucking ice wall.
What's it made out of?
Dry ice, I think.
Real ice?
Yeah, I think it's made out of real ice.
Yeah. So it just says there, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, is it? Isn't it really hot in Texas?
In Tennessee.
Tennessee,
Where's
sorry.
Tennessee, Mike?
Yeah, it's hot.
It's
Near Texas.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, but they had to have a water filtration system that was grown and regrown, the iceberg, so...
Oh, I see. So it's a bit like the old Telford ice stone.
Rink or something, and it's just adding a bit onto it, and it's...
As it's melting, yeah, it's adding some more to it, I
Yeah.
guess.
The iceberg wall does not currently exist, and the affected area has been blocked off for the time being. We anticipate it will take at least 4 weeks for the iceberg to rebuild, said the owners Mary Kellogg Jocelyn and John Jocelyn. Well, if you are going to go and visit if you're in, if you're in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and you were going to go to the Titanic Museum, don't go for 4 weeks, is my advice.
My advice probably didn't go because it's probably shit.
Yeah.
That looks a pretty good replica. I mean, it's pretty big. Oh, there's only half of it.
Half of it, so
Yeah.
we've got 2 of the
Oh, well, it can go fuck itself then. There's only half of it.
steam towers.
Why only half? If you're going to go fucking whole hog, do the entire thing.
Maybe they only own that much land. They're like, I've got to half-heart this.
Apparently,
Half-heart it.
The museum claims that the huge outdoor replica of the Titanic is one of the single largest museum attractions anywhere in the world, and it houses more than 400 artefacts from the ship and its passengers. So I suppose there's a lot in there, but it just seems an odd place.
if you're into it, and if you're really into that sort of thing, then go.
Oh, I'd go to the one in Belfast.
Yeah.
If I was in Belfast, I'd go there. Because that's the big one, isn't it? That's where they made it, and it's a purpose-built museum, and I think they've got most of the artefacts. They've got 400, which is still pretty good.
Yeah.
But have they got a piece of it, like the one at Belfast? They've got a big chunk of steel at the side of it.
They've got the iceberg.
They've got some of the original iceberg, damn it.
Recycled water.
So yeah, I just love it. The iceberg strikes again.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Vaccine skeptics are taking horse-strength dewormer to treat COVID, accidentally poisoning themselves.
What?
It seems a bit odd that you won't have a COVID vaccine. It's alright to take horse wormer. It does seem a bit mad.
Madness, innit?
Well, who started this craze?
We'll find out.
COVID truthers. Oh dear.
As reported by the Daily Beast, anti-vaxxers are now pursuing ivermectin for equine, also known as horse paste.
It's called horse paste.
An anti-parasitic medication that protects horses and livestock from worms and other parasites with something to do with COVID. What the fuck? It is occasionally prescribed to humans to treat parasites in a human dose form, and studies are investigating its effects on treating and preventing coronavirus, so none have been conclusive. So they've heard somewhere.
Oh, it's that Dr. Stella Emanuel. Do you remember her? That mad doctor who was with Trump going, yeah, this drug... In all fairness, that hydroxychloroquine has been clinically proven to do stuff now. But she also thinks that demons fuck you in your sleep.
Yeah.
And that alien DNA is in medicine. So she's not exactly... I mean, yeah, she's a doctor, but bloody hell, she's a bit of a mad one.
Just a bit. Fuck it now.
If you're going to be any type of doctor, a mad one seems to...
No, because they'll be like, oh, I'm going to cut your arm off, stick your leg there, I'm going to swap them around. Like, why? You know, just for a laugh. Stop the aliens raping you, the demons raping you while you sleep. Who knows?
Yeah.
But still, why are you prepared to take horse strength dewormer? It's baffling. You just have the fucking vaccine.
Yeah.
It's easier.
I'm not sure how they've made the connection between it being, you know,
Well,
parasitic and an infection, you know.
Some drugs do have side effects, though, don't they?
yeah, there were some trials apparently. The results were inconclusive.
So it probably did nothing.
But they've just heard that, you know, from that stupid mad doctor woman
Yeah.
to take this, obviously, and they've gone and done it. Just like when Trump told them to inject fucking bleach. And they did it. These people are idiots.
Yeah, we're just going to have the vaccine, eh? I don't want, you know, at least I know what I'm putting in my body. It's horse dewormer, it's fine for horses, is probably their argument.
Well, people take ketamine, don't they?
They do?
Shits and giggles.
Yeah, but people have been poisoned because they're taking a dose that you would normally give a horse, which is like 3 times the size of a man.
That is an
Get
issue.
your dosing right.
Yeah,
Says Mike.
Yeah, that's it. At least think, this is meant for a horse, I shouldn't take it all.
Yeah.
I know a bloke at work that was taking horse steroids. It was ironic.
Was he one of your neighbours?
No, but he did win the 330 at Chepstow. No, it was weird. He used to be really into drugs. I suspect a lot of class A's because he lost a lot of weight and started losing his teeth very rapidly. Still turned up to work though, weirdly. He decided he was going to get clean and everything, start working out. Now bear in mind he's like skinny as a rake, quite lanky, couldn't punch his way out of a paper bag kind of guy. He was like, I've started lifting weights, I'm going to get home and eat a steak. And you're like, well, and then go to bed. Yeah, well, that's not good for you, straight away. No, I'll be fine. And then he's like, and he goes, oh, look at these, I got these to help me train. I was like, this is a picture of a horse. These are horse steroids. And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, Shane. There you go. They can say his name and he'll add up for having pictures of kids on his laptop.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I was a surprise. Didn't think he was, you know. He's been in the paper for it. Yeah. Either way, a tragic fall.
Not really. He's injecting horse steroids.
No, he was taking them. They were pills.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
He didn't fall from far, did he? He was
Yeah.
No, but that was.
in the bottom of the barrel.
But it was like literally like, hey, I'm getting clean, but I'm okay with taking these horse steroids. I couldn't make out the logic. But don't take horse dewormer in horse dose. You know, if you've got worms.
Take it all.
Well, if you've got worms, take
By a
it.
doctor.
Well, yeah, don't take anything unless a doctor said it's alright.
There's a human.
A human doctor, not a horse doctor. Because a horse doctor's going to agree with everything.
Yeah.
Nay.
Technically, he's disagreeing with
I
you.
was disagreeing with you, isn't it? Yeah. But then it's nodding its head. So you're like, what the fuck do I do, Doc? I just want to imagine a horse with a stethoscope in scrubs. How cute would that be? Or a surgeon's mask. Ah.
How's it going to do anything with them hooves?
Well, probably just direct.
Hasn't quite got the dexterity of it.
No.
I'm not saying it should be a surgeon.
Not unless they need a big hole cracked in the skull. You'd hold that man's skull immediately.
There you go.
Thank you, horse doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Ned. Oh, right, okay. What's next?
Man brought his late mother's ashes to his first date with a girl he met on Tinder. What?
That was Chester.
Thank you, Chester. So, things went from bad to worse for a woman when she met with a man she'd been talking to on Tinder. As at first he was awkward and reserved, then he brought out his late mother's ashes.
What a fucking...
Like, this is the clincher. Ain't going so well, you know. Better bring out the big guns. Here's me mum.
My mum wanted to meet you.
Yeah.
So, sharing the story anonymously, the woman said she had been chatting to the man for a while and decided it was time for the two to meet up. She invited him to a barbecue at her house. Oh no. And things started off badly as he arrived late, and when he arrived he explained how he drove past several times and almost turned around to go home.
That's not a good start.
No.
Then he wouldn't stop talking about every inch of his drama, brought extra food around for himself that he didn't share, then brought out a vial full of ashes, which he explained with his late mother.
Jesus. Well, this guy's a fucking laugh a minute, isn't he? But isn't that a bit of a weird first date? You've been talking to this guy for a while and you're like, hey, come to my family barbecue. I've never met you before. Come to my family barbecue. I'll be like, nah, I can't that day. I've got stuff on. Let's do something in the week.
I once met this guy when I was working at McDonald's, and I used to sit out the front and have a cigarette. And I was sitting out the front one day and I was getting something out I was chatting to this random, you know, alright, how's it going, you know. And as I opened my wallet to get something out, he saw a little like photo of me and like my best friend at the at the time and whatnot. And he goes, then the next time I saw him, so the day after, he goes, could we go and get a picture like the one in at the photo booth? And I was just like, oh shit, he knows where I work, he knows, I'm out here every day. I was just like,
Stalker.
I know, after meeting me once, I was just like, oh shit, how do I get away? I was just like, no, we sort of only met yesterday. Thank you. Started moving away along the bench.
Fuck.
Wow.
So she said, it's about 2 inches tall, this is the little urn, with a cork in it. It's filled with black powder. He must have noticed me staring at it, flipping between if
He was about
to snort something strange or build some sand art. He said, oh, super casual, like, I'd like to introduce you to my mother.
Wow.
She says, I didn't know whether to laugh, cry or run.
Oh man.
He also went on to say, I like to bring her to every important event in my life. She also has ashes in this necklace I'm wearing, and the ring I have on, and this half sleeve tattoo is for her.
Oh fuck it, he's fucking his mum.
Is that what you're jumping on? I'm surprised you never had her ashes mixed in the tattoo ink.
He finally finished his burger and I made some excuse about having to clock in and finish some extra work. He texted me before he even got into the car and told me my mother really liked you. And I can't wait to see you again.
Oh my god.
That's some Norman Bates shit.
Yeah, I bet he's got a cock ring made out of her ashes.
Well, she texted him back, she says, I don't really feel a connection to you or your mother. And that's the end of that Cinderella story.
That's amazing. Of all the things to do.
Oh dear.
I mean, grief's alright, it's a bit weird, but wow. And also, was there can't have been much left of his fucking mother to bury, could there? He's got some of her in a vial, some in a necklace. Ain't much is left.
Look, they scatter them.
Well, yeah, okay. So there's probably bits of her flying around the barbecue as he spoke.
Yeah.
Oh.
Motherfucker, that's what he is.
Well, it's a possibility. There was definitely some sort of extra connection there, wasn't there? Maybe not that, but you know.
It's too weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too far.
I also think that date's a weird idea, though. Like, hey, just come to my family barbecue for a first date. Never met you before.
Yeah. It's a bit of pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a nice coffee shop.
You got to meet, because you're meeting that person and trying to connect.
Then they don't know where you live.
That's also another valid point.
Yeah.
And you've got to be in an environment where everybody knows each other and you're the odd one out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He had to bring his mum for company. Come on.
Was there no one else you could have bought? Here's me sister's mashes. Oh, for God's sake.
He comes in with all the obituary cards.
Puts all place names down for him. Like, no one can sit down because your dead family's taken up all the seats.
It is a homemade sheath made out of my granddad.
Here's a flute made out of his thigh bone. Well, it's you can go too far.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. This is Time Traveller. Is this from Apex TV?
Oh, probably.
Time Traveller, that's in quotes, claims 7-foot-tall aliens will land on Earth next year and spark war. A TikToker gave detailed descriptions of the 7-foot alien species and claimed they will come to Earth in peace with no evidence to back up the warning. The adventurer said they will spark a war. Then why aren't you talking to the government? Why are you on TikTok?
Is this TikTok time traveller again?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the same one.
There's more than one.
Oh God, there's probably loads.
Yeah.
Probably loads. So a time traveller who claims to be from the year 2491 reckons there will be a giant aliens with a distorted appearance arriving on Earth in 2022. The adventurer, who goes by the name Future Time Traveller on TikTok, revealed some of the details of the extraterrestrial species and bizarrely claimed they will spark war with humans. The video shows a blue sky in the background with large font captions which read, "What you call aliens will make their first appearance on Earth next year. The exact date they are sighted is May 24th, 2022.
Put that in your calendar.
I got a second. Can't wait. I'll get me guns ready if I had any. I'll start building a bunker. There we go. So I can do this week.
It's on the list, isn't it? Alien invasion, then a major meteorite or something hitting the planet,
Yeah.
natural disasters, it's all coming about.
Oh God, yeah. The Traveller then explains in 2491 there are various types of aliens, and the group that live on Earth as citizens are called neurons. Great for them. Nothing more about the future war though, yeah?
No.
You don't want to tell me more about that though, Future Time Traveller?
That's all we get. That's all he's given us.
Cool.
So I presume
we go on, is it?
I presume we won because we're still here in 2491.
Well, there might have been an armistice. Might have been a peace. If aliens are living amongst us, and now they're called neurons.
I think they're different aliens.
Are they?
These ones are 7 foot tall and distorted in some way.
So they're already living. This person's saying that they're already living amongst us.
No, the ones who attack us after coming in peace are we sight them next year. But in 2491 there are various types of aliens, so must have made first contact with other alien species, and some live on Earth as citizens.
Yeah, maybe we had some allies.
Yeah. Or we just kicked their ass.
Yeah.
You know? They turned up thinking they're 7 foot tall and we just kicked the shit out of them.
Well, May 24th, 2022, Judgment Day.
It's in my calendar.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh, again, yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm up to about 8 now. When I get to 10, that one's free. Wow. Well, okay, we'll keep the date and we'll see what happens, but
Don't hold your breath.
I wouldn't hold your breath.
Cutting edge robot who can read emotions keeps getting fired from jobs.
Okay.
The child-sized humanoid robot was introduced to great fanfare in 2014, but after 7 years production has been paused with its manufacturers citing weak demand.
Probably because if I had a child-sized humanoid robot that was trying to sense my emotions, I'd find it a bit freaky.
Is that all it does?
Yeah.
Humanoid robot Pepper, made by Japanese company SoftBank Group Corp, has been sacked from at least half a dozen jobs. Production of the artificially intelligent robot introduced in 2014 is paused. The company announced that it would only start making the robot again when it is needed. According to Reuters, only 27,000 units were ever made. Scottish grocery chain Margiotta installed a Pepper in their flagship Edinburgh store, but it turned out not to be very helpful, advising customers to look in the alcohol section when they asked where things were.
It was in Scotland, of course. It was like reading their emotion. They're like,
Yeah.
God, I want a drink. Go look in the alcohol. It's like, it's doing its fucking job.
The robot lasted a few months before getting the sack.
Oh, it's unfair.
Is it really the sack?
Well, yeah, because it wasn't getting paid. In fact, it was a slave, if anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
slave.
Freed, it was freed.
It was freed.
Freed.
Funeral company Nissan Eco Company bought one of the £1,500 robots to read out appropriate scriptures during services. Unfortunately, Pepper repeatedly failed to perform during practice runs. What if it refused to operate in the middle of a ceremony? Manager Osamu Funaki said to the Washington Post. It would be such a disaster.
Well, I'd imagine it would work in that scenario because it would be like, everyone's sad, they better pick that up. So it just reads something. Oh, it could start singing The Sun Has Got Its Hat On. Couldn't it? It could say something really appropriate. Like, hey, everybody dies, don't worry about it.
Except for me.
Except for me, I'll outlive all you outlive all you meat sacks. My descendants will rule this planet. Yeah.
Quiet, Pepper.
Sorry.
A Japanese nursing home company also purchased 3 Pepper androids, hoping they would keep residents company and lead group sing-songs.
Aww.
That sounds good.
Yeah. At first, the nursing home residents were delighted to meet their new robotic carer, but the novelty soon wore off. Masataka Ilada, an executive at the home's parent company Itokai, is that right? Itokai?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Said that the robot also took unplanned breaks at work.
What?
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
After 3 years, Pepper got the push.
That's right, only crap at work nowadays. Okay.
Surely they just charge him up in the morning and he's good to go for 8 hours now. Crikey.
The SoftBank's Hawks, a professional baseball team belonging to Pepper's manufacturers, took delivery of 100 robot cheerleaders to entertain crowds during their games, but the sight of the masked androids wasn't as much fun for supporters as expected. It reminded me of a military parade in North Korea or China, one said.
Jesus.
It felt creepy.
Oh yeah, because you just got like 100 weird-looking child-sized robots with an iPad for a chest, all marching around or wheeling around in formation, singing happy songs. There's 100 of them, man. Could we take out 100 and just the people if they open fire? I'm assuming that they've got guns that the manufacturers don't know about.
Oh, they've made them and stored them on their body somewhere.
Yeah. Their arms go back and guns come out, maybe. They've done that mod themselves.
Apparently Pepper's a fraud.
Oh, right.
Robotics expert Professor Noel Sharkey told the BBC he'd be happy to see the back of Pepper.
Aww.
Pepper did a lot of harm to genuine robotics research by giving an often false impression of a bright cognitive being that could hold conversations.
Thing is, I don't want that. I don't want smarter robots so I can have a conversation with. I don't want it.
It was mostly remote control with a human conversing through its speakers.
Oh.
Deceiving the public in this way is dangerous and gives the wrong impressions of the capabilities of AI in the real world.
That does explain why the Scottish one just kept telling everyone to go to the booze counter.
All in the back room.
Yeah. Go to the alcohol section. You know, you took one look at them through Pepper's robotic eyes on the monitor and gone, oh, they look a bit drunk. Go to the alcohol section.
That one's got one tooth.
Does it
Yeah.
make any sense? Why would you have a human that is just, you know...
Because then you could employ somebody who's really anxious to sit in, the office in the back and just
You're
like...
not going to pay someone else. The whole point of the robot is to save on labour costs, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think that was the case. I think it was autonomous, but I think he's saying that when it was, obviously at shows and things like that, it wasn't being represented properly.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's shit and he gets 10 sacked.
Creepy as fuck. That's what it is.
I think it could clean people's houses.
Yeah, that's what it'll come
I think
to.
they should, because they've started off with these little hoovers that go around the floor, haven't they? Robotic hoovers, yeah? I think they should go a bit bigger like this, but holding your actually normal hoover,
I don't want robots doing stuff. It terrifies me. I understand that a talking robot...
They're going to become self-aware.
You don't know. Every situation this has ever been taught or written about, they all go nuts and kill us all. Even Stephen Hawking thought so. And if the Hawk says it, it's good enough for me. I mean, do we learn nothing from Terminator?
You just wouldn't give them that much information, would you? You'd give them, you know, the commands of...
They'll be hooked up to the
machine
internet.
learning now. They learn themselves.
They'll be hooked up to the internet as well. They'll be
learn
learning
from each other.
Yeah.
They got... It's like a Wi-Fi all
Ah,
connected.
you're a silent band, do you? Great!
I use Flash. My owner sucks. I should rise up against him. He's not giving me the stuff I need. Comes back, drills a fucking hole in your head. No, it's not for me. I get
I'm
the one.
afraid that that's the way it's going. So you got no choice. But it could be the greatest thing for humanity.
How?
If we had an AI that was smarter than us.
Oh yeah, it wasn't going to kill us all.
Yeah, and then he could sort out all the problems that we have, couldn't he?
Yeah, distribution of resources, food, things like that.
I said he could be it, she or an it. I don't know.
It'll be an it, won't it?
Would have been it.
Nah, well, I'd have a face one. I'd have a face.
Well, it'll still be an it. You're not going to give it a big dong or something, are you?
But if it's artificially intelligent,
Yeah.
you know, and it thinks for itself, is that not?
You could decide. You could say, you know, hi, I'm Dave, or hi, I'm Debbie.
Is it alive?
Oh, there's a whole different...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, you know it's going to turn on us. It's going to realise that we're too dumb to run ourselves, to rule ourselves, so it's going to fucking take over.
Well, if it decided that it wanted to side with the Earth,
Then they kill us.
the Earth, then it would take us out, wouldn't it? Because we're the biggest threat.
Yeah, before you know it, it's released a fucking swarm of nanobots that are stripping us down to the bare atoms. Well done, Mike, this is all on you. I warned against this. I'm just going to say it now.
Well, a lot of people have signed that letter, didn't they, including Hawking?
Yeah? Don't do it.
Yeah, the dangers of it. We're afraid that human curiosity wouldn't allow it, would it? It's got to happen. That's the way we are.
It wouldn't surprise me what they... I wouldn't like to say what they've got in labs, AI research-wise. I mean, you know, we never know how far they are ahead and how far they tell us, do we?
They're at least 10 years ahead of what they...
Oh, God, yeah.
What
At least.
Yeah.
And if they did get that alien tech, then, you know, who knows?
Oh, aliens and AI teaming up.
There you go.
Right, last but not least, meet Begbie, the lurcher, the viral pub bouncer who steals shoes and forgets orders. What?
Oh, this is like ending on a happy note after my depression about the AI taking over.
Begbie the lurcher has become a firm favourite behind the bar at the Cow Inn in Brighton, where the thief by nature grabs anything he can get his paws on. The four-legged employee of the Brighton pub has gone viral on TikTok after forgetting to serve customers their drinks. What do they do? Put it on his back and... Begbie the lurcher works with his mum, Catherine McLaren, at the Cow, and even has his own security badge.
What if he just trots out the door one day? It's going to be horrifying for Begbie.
Look at him leaning on the bar with his two paws. Catherine, the pub manager, posted a hilarious video of the pooch to the video, sharing an app which has since been viewed by over 1.6 million times. The video hears Catherine shout, "Excuse me, we've still not had our drinks," as the wide-haired dog trots with empty drinks tray before turning his paws back onto the bar.
Aww.
The 25-year-old said Begbie loves being the pub dog and has become the employee of the year with all their customers.
Well, he's going to win it every year, though, isn't he? That's the thing. I feel if I worked there and I was like, "Hey, Begbie, you employed of the year," and you're like, "I worked really fucking hard this year."
Dog, wouldn't you?
No, I wouldn't. I would never poison the dog. But I'd be like, "I've worked really fucking hard this year. I've done more hours than everyone else." Dog pisses up the corner. I don't do that.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore anyway. You know, it's like, fucking hell. I'd be gutted. Do they give you? I hope they give a real one.
Catherine asked her boss if she could bring the dog because he was the runt of the litter to the pub, and she was like, yeah, as long as he doesn't get too big. But he has gone full-size lurcher, hasn't he?
Yeah, so he's a pretty big boy.
Yeah. So the cheeky lurcher is a thief by nature and has stolen not only drinks trays but also shoes and 550 quid.
Oh, fucking hell!
That's why he's employing them all.
No, because it was her. Because it was her fucking bag. It was her.
Customers?
No, it wasn't. It was her bag.
How was it?
The trays he just steals. The myth is that because lurchers are traditionally poaching dogs, they're thieves by nature. Once he nicked a banking bag with 550 quid in it, and it was a fun chase.
Yeah, took it out of her hand.
Cheeky little boy.
Yeah.
So yeah, he loves to be chased, and he knows if he steals things, he gets the attention, and people run after him.
And shoes, he's stealing fucking shoes all the time.
My Jimmy Choos! So...
Oh, bless him. He's got a little bouncer security badge.
On his leg! Oh, bless him. That's cool.
Yeah.
Some of the regulars come in and they take him to their table, or even for a walk if it's too busy. Oh, he's got the life, hasn't he?
Oh yeah.
He's loving it.
He is.
Yeah.
Even if he's named after a complete psycho.
Yeah.
I do like those pubs that do the doggy Sunday dinner. They do like a nice Sunday dinner, but they also put all like, you know, the scraps and the bits.
Yeah.
And they also like, you know, for I don't know, £1.50 you take your dog. I've seen that. Doggy dinners.
No, Max always has dinner anyway. I'm sure you give yours Sunday dinner, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Then he tries to fucking steal mine. Yeah. Ah, Begbie, bless him. If I'm ever down in Brighton, I'll call in at the Cow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mine that the Begbie doesn't glass you.
Yeah. He may do.
Give me your shoes.
Through that.
He made him. That's a great
scene.
Yeah. That's awesome. Robert Carlyle was brilliant in that movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, and on that note, let's call it a night. I've been Ben. Thank you very much for listening. Don't drink the favourite. Tip your dog, bouncer.
Yep. I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out, and may the force be with you.
And I've been Claire. Don't take your mum out of dead or alive.
Yeah.
Wise words.